This is Living Power, Special HD Edition.
People, and you've heard me talk about this before, but for the purposes of our seminar here, I want to point this out. I ask the people this question: how much are you worth? How much are you worth? And the response is always somewhat awkward, and they begin to think in terms of money. But that's not the question. The question is, how much are you worth? In other words, what's the value of your life? What is your life worth? And then after these few moments of awkwardness, I will follow up with this statement. Whatever you think you're worth, that is what you will spend. So I ask you the same question this morning. How much are you worth? Whatever you think you're worth, that's what you will spend in life. If you don't think you're worth much, that's all you'll spend. If you think your life is worth much, that's what you will spend. But let me follow this line of thought with another question. How much does God think you're worth? How much does God think you are worth? One of David's Psalms addresses this very issue with some absolutely brilliant insight. It's Psalm 139. This is the psalm that God used to literally transform my life, to discover that He had a purpose and a plan for my life. I'm going to read not the whole psalm, but most of it here, and then I want us to pick it apart and take a look at it in our last few minutes here. Psalm 139, beginning with verse 1. O Lord, you have searched me and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you know it completely, O Lord. You hem me in, behind and before. You have laid your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you're there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light become night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place. When I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awake, I'm still with you. That last phrase means it's like a dream, but even when I wake up, it's true. You're there. It's real. I wonder what was going through David's head when he wrote this. It probably took him some time to write down exactly the way it needed to be said. But what must have you been thinking about? Well, if you look down toward the end of the psalm, you get a little glimpse of what was going on in verses 19 through 22. This is what David says. If only you would slay the wicked, O God. Away from me, you bloodthirsty men. They speak of you with evil intent. Your adversaries misuse your name. Do I not hate those who hate you, O Lord, and abhor those who rise up against you? I have nothing but hatred for them. I count them my enemies. You see, from the time that David was a little boy, David faced opposition and danger. His rise to authority was marked by grave challenges and grave threats. As a king, his life was constantly on the line. He must have had this overwhelming stress to deal with on a daily basis, and then complicated with his own sin. That even made things even worse. But in the midst of all of that, David found great comfort and strength in remembering God's passion for his own creation. And there were times when David looked around to see the handiwork of God and the glory in it. But this time, he didn't look around and see all of the glory of the creation and the heavens and the water. He didn't look around. This time, he looked at himself. And he realized something very special about God. We are of incredible worth to God.
Looking for a Bible study that's focused on the practical application of the Bible? Check out our website at theopenclass.com.